Hello, everyone. I am a Garbage Pail Kids fanatic. Uh, Collected all the original series. And they've just released the second set for 2020, which is the 35th anniversary set here. This is what the box looks like. These are for you can order these yourself, but they do also have these in stores. They open up like this, and they're filled with packs. This box comes with let's see, 24 packs of 8 stickers each. And like every Garbage Pail Kids release set, they always stuff them with all these extra things that you can find. Like this one, you're supposed to look for sketch cards, autograph cards, printing plates. Now, which happens to me all the time, I didn't get any of those in any of the packs I opened in this box. But, I mean, they are supposed to be rare, so I guess that's fair. But one of the other things they include here are these no regerts temporary tattoos, which I really enjoyed that edition. I've never seen them do that before in a GPK release, include temporary tattoos. So let's take a look at those first. I really love these. They're all clearly like parodies of flash art, tattoo flash art. This one is called Eagle. They all have a name, and you can use. I do not intend to actually put any of these on my body, not because I don't want to, but because I want to keep them. I don't want them to disappear. They got like a mermaid here, and of course the GPK is all about being gross. So here's Live Fast Puke Hard. Snake with a knife through it. Here we go. What's this one? Garbage pail. Garbage pailed. I love this one. Tiger coughing up a hairball. And this one is great too. I also did get one of these, came in one of my packs, which is from, there's a collection of 4 cards that come with this R.L. Stine book that recently came out. Now, my neighbor actually knows I'm a huge GPK fan, and he gave me a copy of this book, so I already have all these stickers, so this is actually an extra for me. But still cool to see. Oh, and this is what the actual packs look like, by the way. It looks like the bodily fluid that is the theme for this series is boogers. There's just boogers all over the place. The other theme for this series is, and they're very nostalgic, GPK, always. But this one is very, in particular, nostalgic because they're basically looking back over the 35 years of Garbage Pail Kid releases and showing you, like, where those characters are now, and they sort of update the characters in this list. So of course we start out with the most iconic and oft repeated Garbage Pail Kid, Adam Bomb here, and now his button is a iPhone. So that's what a lot of these are like, and they tell you on some of them, they tell you on the back like what happened to this character in the time since we last saw him on a GBK card. And there's a lot like that. Like this one is also an old series card that they've sort of reimagined. Like she used to be digging in trash cans, and now she won a lottery, and now she's just like still trashy but like rich. So here's the oh, and of course, another thing they have to make you collect and spend as much money as possible is these alternate border colors. So I believe the green border here, snot green, I think they call it, is the least rare. Besides, of course, the blank white border. So I have a lot of green borders in here, but there's also like blue and black and a number of different other colors. So this is another character, the hippie character from one of the early series, who now is like a rich stock trader or something. This one I don't really particularly enjoy the humor they were going for here. Some of the humor here is kind of conservative leaning, women's Libby. Like now she's used to be a Playboy bunny, and now She's like, she doesn't want to be seen as a pet, so she put on her pink pussycat ears. That's lame. But anyway, and the guy, the big apple guy, is now a GMO apple. Here's the guy with his eyeballs and a. This is interesting because they went with like this description. They mess up in one spot here, but I guess they were trying to go for like non-binary pronouns. Because it says Claire realized that over the last 35 years they were having trouble, but then they say with his vision. But that's the only place where they mess up. So they finally got glasses. They still couldn't see things. Well, that was kind of interesting, especially considering that other card that I felt like was kind of conservative. This one is like, not saying that enough. They didn't seem to be making fun of that. They were just like using the pronouns. Like that's something you would do. There's another. A lot of these are all characters that you probably recognize if you're a long-time collector. This guy is now on a scooter instead of the hot rod he used to be on, or motorcycle or whatever. This guy is now in an electric car and going really slow when he used to be in a hot rod, roaring down the street. So picking up where I left off on the Garbage Pail Kids 35th anniversary. So the first 20 cards are these have these backs with the describing the character, what's happened to this character in the intervening time. Oh, and I should also note, I think this is my only blue border card that I got in this box. And something I just noticed is this 99 of 99 up in the corner on the back, which is not any of the other cards. I'm guessing it has to do with the fact that it's a blue border card, which is interesting. Oh, another thing to mention about this box. The good thing about these boxes is that you are guaranteed that every single card of the however many cards there are in here, that the 8 times 24 cards will be unique. You don't get any doubles, which is really cool. Some of them might be the same one with a different color border, but still, it's a unique card, basically. So after these first 20 with these backs, then we start getting the backs with the puzzle pieces, which you might be familiar with from earlier GPK releases, where they have a piece of a much larger image of one of the other cards, this card in fact, on the back, and then you can put them all together and make that whole image, which is kind of cool. So let's skip ahead a little bit here. After the puzzle piece backs, and this guy should look familiar too to fans. Yeah, they've turned a lot of these they've taken these old cards and then made them about slime and boogers. I don't know why. I don't know why they went with like boogers everywhere. Here's more boogers with Spacey Stacy, and then this gross green slime coming out of Cyclops' eyes here. And this guy again, his problem used to be a tongue that was much too long, and now it's boogers. Everything got converted to boogers. Isaac here. This character I actually do not recognize. A lot of them I didn't, even though I guess I have to be a better GPK fan. But yeah, and then we have included the checklists like they usually do. They split them into two. This is all the A cards. There are 100, by the way, in the set. And then there's another checklist that comes later with all the B cards. This card I enjoyed because it's sort of a nod to Topps GPK fans. This is the Topps fan waiting for his Garbage Pail Kids Chrome release. Famously, they put out the first 2 series in this Chrome format, and people enjoyed it, and they were waiting and waiting for the 3rd series that never came. So that's what we've got here. This guy living in the future. It's finally arrived, but he's a skeleton. I thought that was kind of funny. But after the puzzle pieces, we get these awards, which you'll remember if you are familiar with the early series of GPK where they have these very sarcastic awards and licenses on the back that are like a license to do something that's just super annoying or really awful. And here's the B checklist I was mentioning. Because 200 cards is a lot of cards to fit on one checklist, so they split it across two. Here's another one, your emotional support license. Let's see. This one is an intriguing image with the Selective Hearing Award. This one, there's so many where they make references to other cards. Like this one is like a guy who's like a genetic combination of 4 famous old Garbage Pail Kid characters. We've got this guy who's always peeing. Surprised he didn't make that about boogers somehow. This guy, I enjoy this guy. Pete and Great. Not very friendly to the Earthlings that he met, I guess. Greetings from Earl. Here's a guy barfing up some stuff. This one's fun. Gale Power. I like the look of this one, the colors. Rembrandt. It's pretty cool. Once we get through all these awards and licenses and so forth, and checklists, we eventually get to yet another different kind of back, which is more familiar, which is more like the backs they've been using on the more recent series. I really enjoy this one. Zapped Zack. And they recycled an old name here, Ray Gun. They have used that one in the past for their Reagan parody. Here's Robert Overlord, which is fun. Let's see, where's our next set of backs? So here's an unfortunate Trump reference, sort of. Portal reference. I enjoyed this one, the UFO spitting his brain out. This is a weird one. VR people who are actually hideous. Here we go. So this is the next bunch of cards all have backs like this, where they say 35 years of GPK, and then they mention a particular series and the year that series came out. Now, I'm not sure exactly what they were going for there, because this character is not from the first series, unless my memory has really failed me. I think they just like, I guess the back doesn't necessarily line up with the front. It's just like, let's talk about all the series we released on the back. I don't know. I found that a little odd. This one is kind of a fun one where his battery has rotted. And this one mentions OS2. Again, this character is not from OS2 unless I'm forgetting somebody. Masked Manfred. He's got OS3 on the back. I think we're just working our way through them chronologically. Yeah, that's what we're doing. I didn't realize that before, so I hadn't looked at them all in order. So now we've got to OS4. Now OS, of course, stands for Original Series, in case you were unaware. Here's a guy with butts farting on his face. Amazing. Now we got to OS5. So you get to see, like, they sort of walk you through on the backs here, historically, all of their releases, which have been many. Some of these are really, I haven't been like super impressed by the art on the more recent series, but some of these are actually really good. I like this one. This one's really cool looking. Whoa. Oh, and I was wrong there. I thought I had only one blue border card, but here we go. Here's another one. Does this also have the number? It does. 57 of 99. I wonder if that means like there are actually only 99 of each of those cards in existence. That seems unlikely, but I guess possible. If so, I'm very lucky to have gotten those. So yeah, well, this some of these are really great. I like this Poe Simon, and the sort of historical look through all of their releases. There were, I believe, 15 original series releases, and then after that, we move on to, let's see. Oh, this guy I like, Pillaging Paul, this whole Viking thing. And they got vomit involved, of course. Here's Randy Virus. Yeah, then after the original series, we had the all-new series, which they did a couple of releases called All New Series. And then after All New, I believe we have Brand New Series, BNS. I like this one. Here's a Tarzan type guy. It's a fun Star Trek reference one. The Klingon and with Mr. Spock in the background. Yeah, particularly gross one there. Yeah, we're still doing all new series, I see. This one I like again. Little parody of some classic art there. And now we have some fun conspiracy theory stuff with the Freemason and his alternate version, Illuminate Nate, which I guess we're talking Illuminati there. And then oh, by the way, in the backs, we've now gotten to brand new series. And now this is their Bart Simpson parody card. They always like to do all the nostalgic pop culture references. Oh, and now we've gotten to the 30th anniversary series from 2015. And American is Apple Pie in Your Face from 2016. This is where they started releasing, instead of the numbered series, they started doing these sort of themed series. Prime Slime Trashy TV, which was all based around television shows, obviously. I have a number of those. Then there was the Adam-geddon series in 2017, which was all about sort of apocalyptic stuff. Battle of the Bands, also from 2017. Oh, I really love this one. Great classic 80s art here. Now we're talking about We Hate the 80s, of course, from 2018. Rockin' Rio, Pasty Pat. Gordy Gordon. Now we're on to Oh, the Horrible from 2018. Very, very recent. I believe this is now We Hate the 90s. Yeah, We Hate the 90s. So they had an 80s series and a 90s series. And then they did another release of Oh, the Horrible, their horror-based series, horror-themed series in 2019, Revenge of Oh, the Horrible. And this is Late to School. We've gotten all the way up to 2020 now. This was the first theme series they released this year, was the Late to School series. And some of these cards, at least, do seem to have some connection to the series that they're talking about on the back. But now we've moved away from that briefly here to do some more puzzle piece backs. So here's the card that we're going to have on the back, and these are all puzzle piece backs now. For a couple of seconds, for a couple of cards. And we've got another atom bomb. They really just cannot let this guy go. Now he's being blown up. This is really a very strange card. The concept here. Somebody plunging his own head to blow up atom bomb. I don't know. Not that they all make sense exactly, but I really enjoy this one. There's another one I really liked with the Day of the Dead theme here. And bringing back the Boney Joni character, who is an old school GPK card. We're still doing puzzle piece backs. Another card that you'll remember, Ghastly Ashley. And that's interesting, is that they, for the A's and B's of these cards, they'll now this one is particularly interesting because pretty much they always have a different name for the A and B. This one actually has the same name on the A and B. That's actually an error, I think. Maybe a slightly more valuable card than I realized, unless that's just an error throughout the series. But for most of these, the A and B, one of those cards has the original character's name, Hot Scott, like this guy. That was the original character's name, and then the other card will have a new name that they made up. Fallen Angel. That's a different one. Joe Blow from Bazooka Joe. Now pulling somebody's eye out. Lovely. And the other one is Bubble Teat, which is a new name. Here's a nerdy guy. And I believe here we finally reached card number 100. And there you go. 100 A and B. Pete Seat and Wranglin' Rachel. There, an exhaustive tour of the new series of Garbage Pail Kids. Obviously, I did not get... For these new series, I haven't been trying to collect them like 100% complete because that would be insane. There's so many different little variations and extras that they pack into different... Like if you buy the box like this, you get the temporary tattoos as your occasional drop-in extra. But if you buy a different like collection, like they have one I think that's shaped like a garbage can. Those will come with a different extra that they drop in, so that they want you to buy like different pack, not even just more cards, but more different collections of cards, so that you'll get these different extras. It's crazy. So if you wanted to get all of everything, it would just be an insane number of cards. Like if you wanted to get the different border for every card, you're talking about like 7 or 8 different versions of every single card, both A and B, and there's 100 of them. So you're talking like 200 cards to get the A and B of each, and then like another like who knows how many hundreds more cards to get all of the different variations. So I will probably go ahead and try to collect at least an A and B for every card. So the base like 200 card set. And I would also like to have all of these flash art cards, because I really like these. These are great. But I don't think I would go too crazy beyond that. That's already pretty crazy and will probably involve me spending way too much money on eBay. But there you go. So there you are. That's Garbage Pail Kids 35th anniversary. I think I've talked way more than enough about that. So see you later.